narrative that pervades the Arab world about that conflict. There's two sides of the coin. The hatred of what Israel's doing and what they do, whatever, is tied directly to deep empathy for the Palestinians and what they're going through, what they believe they're going through. And so, you look at any war where there's a huge, you have to, and often dehumanize the enemy during a war. And that's why all this propaganda, it's a very common thing to do. And usually that's going to be tied with empathy for our people, right? It's so these emotions go very close together. So oxytocin, I don't know the science of that, but I'm sure that's a similar concept here. And I think that when you're thinking with this kind of primitive mind, when I think we get ourselves into trouble where we're not being wise, a telltale sign is that we have a ton of empathy selectively. Like, we have so much empathy for people we consider to be in our in-group. And that doesn't mean necessarily people that look like us, right? Mm-hmm. It's people that we consider, sometimes there's racial or ethnic are the core tribes, right? So then, yes, it's people who look like you. In the US, it's not like that at all. It's political tribes. So it's people who I think are on in the good side of the political divide. There's just endless excuses for anything they do wrong, apology, or you could say genuine empathy, understanding, looking at the context. And then as soon as it's the other side, all that goes out the window, and just bigotry, just rank bigotry that is, no one thinks they're being a bigot when they're being a bigot, right? It's always, you always have to look at the sneaky bigotry that's going to be happening is always the kind that doesn't get seen as bigotry. Like, everyone knows that saying racial slurs is bigotry right now, and which is why it doesn't happen very often. But talking, saying most awful stereotyping, mocking, dehumanizing stereotypes of conservatives or of woke people or whatever. That is so common because no one's recognizing it as bigotry. So that